The emergency beacon screeched through the station's corridors, and I knew someone was about to die, not me, thankfully. Not yet, anyway. But someone on the council had just made a catastrophically stupid decision, and now I was stuck in a briefing room with 12 other species representatives, all looking like they'd swallowed something toxic. You attacked humans? I asked, my voice climbing higher than I intended. You actually attacked humans? Commander Vrelk of the Korthan Empire shifted his bulk in the reinforced chair. His scales were already turning that pale yellow color that meant fear, which would have been funny if the situation wasn't so absolutely, horrifyingly dire. It was a minor border skirmish, he rumbled, though his voice cracked halfway through. 3 of their cargo vessels. Standard seizure protocol. I laughed. Couldn't help it. The sound came out harsh and bitter, echoing off the metal walls. Standard protocol, I repeated, shaking my head. Oh, that's perfect. That's just perfect. Do you have any idea what you've done? They're a Class 4 civilization, interjected Pryla, the Nexian ambassador. Her translator device buzzed with static. Limited faster than light capabilities. Moderate weapons technology. We ran the simulations. Simulations. I stood up, my legs suddenly unable to keep still. You ran simulations. Tell me, did your simulations account for the fact that humans are absolutely, completely, 100% insane? Silence. Beautiful, terrified silence. I've studied them, I continued, pacing now. Spent 2 cycles researching their history, their culture, their biology. Want to know what I found? These creatures evolved on a death world. Everything on their planet tried to kill them. The weather, the animals, the plants, even the microscopic organisms. And you know what they did? Vrelk's scales were now completely pale. They made pets out of the predators that hunted them. They domesticated wolves, creatures that could tear their throats out. They looked at animals with venom that could kill in minutes and thought, how can we eat that? They climbed mountains that killed them, crossed oceans in wooden boxes, and when their own planet wasn't challenging enough, they strapped themselves to controlled explosions and shot themselves into space. Surely you're exaggerating, Pryla muttered. Am I? I slapped my data pad onto the table. Let me tell you about something they call the Endurance Expedition. One of their explorers, a man named Ernest, took a crew to their southern polar region. Their ship got crushed by ice. Crushed. Completely destroyed. They were stranded in temperatures that would freeze most of our species solid in moments. 900 days later, every single crew member walked away alive. The room had gone completely quiet. They have a saying, I continued. Revenge is a dish best served cold. And humans. They invented refrigeration just so they could serve it colder. They'll wait years, decades even, for payback. They nurse grudges like we nurse children. There's a recorded case where 2 human families fought each other for 3 generations over an insult nobody could even remember anymore. But we have superior firepower, Vrelk protested weakly. I laughed again, longer this time. Superior firepower. Right. Let me tell you what humans do when they're outgunned. They cheat. They lie. They build weapons out of farming equipment. They turned a peace prize into a category that includes explosives, for crying out loud. Their history is filled with stories of smaller forces defeating larger ones through sheer, bloody-minded stubbornness and creativity. So what do you suggest? Asked Pryla, her skin now flickering with anxiety patterns. Suggest? I leaned forward, planting both hands on the table. I suggest you send every ship you have to their border with white flags, apology gifts, and perhaps a few hostages from your own high command as a gesture of good faith. Grovel. Beg. Offer them tribute. That's humiliating. Humiliating? I felt my vocal sacs inflate with frustration. You want to know what's humiliating? Watching your entire species get hunted down by creatures who turned persistence hunting into an art form. They literally used to chase prey until it died from exhaustion. They can track you across star systems. They will follow you to the edge of the galaxy if that's what it takes. Vrelk stood suddenly. We are warriors. The Korthan Empire does not bow to primitives. Then the Korthan Empire is about to become a historical footnote, I replied flatly. The words hung in the air like a death sentence. 3 months later, I sat in the same briefing room, watching the holographic display with a mixture of horror and vindication. The Korthan border fleet was gone. Not destroyed in some glorious battle. Not wiped out by superior technology. Just gone. Where are they? Vrelk whispered, his scales now a sickly grey. He'd lost weight. They all had. Stress did that. That's the question, isn't it? I pulled up the tracking data. Your 4th fleet vanished 2 weeks ago. The 7th fleet disappeared 6 days ago. The 2nd fleet stopped responding to communications 48 hours ago. Notice a pattern? Pryla's translator crackled. Perhaps equipment malfunctions. Solar interference. Jump drive anomalies. Keep telling yourself that, I muttered, scrolling through reports. Meanwhile, human cargo ships are moving freely through what used to be your territory. Mining operations are springing up on asteroids you claimed. And nobody is stopping them. We sent warnings, Vrelk protested. Oh, I'm sure you did. Very official. Very threatening. I brought up a transmission log. Here's the response you got from one of their captains. Quote, thanks for the heads up. We'll take that under advisement. End quote. Do you know what that means in human speech? It means go sit on a fusion core. The door slid open. A junior officer stumbled in, breathing hard. Sir, we've located the 4th fleet. Everyone leaned forward. Where? Vrelk demanded. Sector 19. They're all intact, sir. Relief flooded the room. I felt it myself, despite knowing better. Intact. Vrelk's scales flickered toward a healthier color. Then why didn't they respond? The junior officer swallowed hard. They can't, sir. Every ship has been disabled. Power cores intact but offline. Weapons systems disconnected. Life support maintained. Crews unharmed. But every single vessel is dead in space. The relief evaporated faster than water on a sun. How? Pryla breathed. There's a message, the officer continued, his voice shaking. Broadcasting on all frequencies. From the humans. Play it, I said quietly. The hologram shifted. A human female appeared, middle-aged by their standards, wearing what looked like a simple uniform. No medals, no insignia, nothing to indicate rank. Just a human with dark hair, calm eyes, and a smile that made my blood run cold. Greetings to the Korthan Empire, she began, her voice pleasant, almost cheerful. My name is Captain Elena Krakowski. You recently seized 3 of our cargo vessels. We'd like them back. Consider your 4th, 7th, and 2nd fleets as collateral. Don't worry, we haven't hurt anyone. We're not monsters. Her smile widened. However, we've demonstrated that we can reach your ships anywhere, anytime, without you detecting us. We've shown that we can disable them without firing a shot. Now, here's what happens next. You have 72 hours to return our vessels, our cargo, and our crews. You'll also provide compensation, the details of which we'll negotiate later. If you comply, you get your fleets back, we'll shake hands, and maybe we can all laugh about this over drinks someday. She leaned forward, and the smile vanished. If you don't comply, well, we've been very polite so far. Very restrained. Very civilized. But humans have another saying, don't mistake kindness for weakness. You attacked us. You started this. And we will finish it. Your choice is simple. Make peace, or find out exactly how creative humans can get when they're motivated. The transmission ended. Nobody spoke. Nobody moved. Even the air circulation system seemed to have gone quiet. 72 hours, Vrelk finally croaked. 69 now, I corrected. You wasted 3 hours having this meeting. What do we do? I stood up, gathering my datapad and files. What do? You give them everything they asked for, plus interest. You apologize. You beg for forgiveness. And then you pray to whatever gods your species believes in that they accept it. And if they don't? Pryla asked. I paused at the door, looking back at the frightened faces of species that had conquered dozens of worlds, that had crushed rebellions and annexed systems. If they don't, then you learn what every predator on Earth eventually learned. Humans aren't prey. They were never prey. They're something far worse. They're survivors who figured out that the best defense is an overwhelming, relentless, absolutely terrifying offense. And once they decide you're a threat, they won't stop. Not ever. They'll hunt you across galaxies, through dimensions, across time itself if they have to. I left them there, sitting in their fear. 3 days later, the Korthan Empire issued a formal apology, returned the cargo ships with full crews, and paid reparations that would bankrupt their military budget for a decade. The humans accepted graciously. They even sent gift baskets. And every species in the council learned a valuable lesson that day. When humans tell you they're the friendly ones, believe them. Because you really, really don't want to meet the unfriendly version. Trust me on that.
Hello everyone. If you are enjoying this video and finding it helpful, don't forget to support our channel. Please subscribe to our channel, press the like button, and share this video with your friends and family. Also, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming videos. We regularly upload amazing, informative, and entertaining content just for you. Your support means a lot to us and motivates us to bring even better content in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and welcome to our growing community.